All right, welcome everyone. We are Sequential. I'm here, I'm Gerry Bassermann, and with Carson Day. And what we decided to do is take our 20 minutes and split it. I'm going to play first. Carson will play afterwards, and give you a little more kind of a diverse idea of what the instruments sound like and what they can do. I have a little bit of information to give, but not much. So I'm just going to tell you some super headlines and mostly play sounds for you. What we have here is the Prophet X, brought out at Superbooth last year, so it's exactly 1 year old. It's a instrument that's made up of different technologies, so it's both a synthesizer and a sampler. But it's more than just both stuffed into a box. It's built in such a way that they completely influence each other, layer with each other, and coexist in a remarkable way. Over here, Carson's going to be playing the Prophet 6 and the and the OB6 together. Some soundscapes for you. So the first section I'm going to talk about is samples, because a year ago we brought it out. It already comes with a huge sound bank from soundware purveyors 8DO, who do this technique called deep sampling. Alternate playing techniques, multiple mic positions, all kinds of different perspectives on each instrument in there. And at 150 gigabytes of a library, I've been with it for a year, and there's sounds I don't know yet. It's a lot to explore. But that's good, because it's on board, whether you like it or not. It's there. But in December, we brought out our user sampling option. So that means 50 gigabytes of room for you to put your samples. Anybody who knows the size and length and breadth of sounds and what it takes to create a minute of stereophonic, audio. 50 gigabytes is a lot of sound. So you probably don't have 50 gigabytes of samples, but you may someday, or you might already. So I put some of my sounds in, and I'm going to play a few of those right in the beginning section here. So those are 3 different key maps that I made with the software that you use to get the samples into the keyboard. It's a free utility for Mac or Windows. And basically, you just take your samples and drag them on the keyboard, map them, put them on a thumb drive, put it in the back of the keyboard, and it updates the library, adding them, your sounds, to the sounds that are in there. So yeah, that's, and those sounds come from the last, 15 or 20 years, and now they're in this keyboard. It's a really personal feeling having your own samples in there. I think we recognize that from the start. So no matter how grand the samples that come out of 8DO are that they put in already or that they'll issue on their add-on packs, having your own samples in the keyboard, of course, is an entirely different thing. And you combine them in any way you want with the oscillators that are on board, the analog filters, and all the processing. The other thing that's true about this keyboard is remarkable is in its modulation matrix, these samples take full participation. They're full citizens of the matrix, which means that they can be either source or destination for any kind of modulation, which means that when you're modulating for either FM or AM effects or creating sidebands in any way, you can have a complex sample as your modulator. You can aim that cymbal sound or that drum or that really whack orchestral effect at a filter or oscillator frequency or whatever, and really drive it crazy. So that's the exciting part of this, is the design incorporates all of that at its very gut level. So anyway, speaking of 8DO's add-ons, I have a few of them. They just started producing them. They have 4. And so I just wanted to play a few. They have Prophet 5, the last one that Dave ever built, the OBX, the ARP 2600, the CP70. Let me just play one preset that I have that I made of those. Let's see, 15. And so that basically means you can have a monster synth on board here because you have 4 sources for every voice. Normally it's 2 oscillators, 2 instruments, but in this case, those 2 instruments are gigantic, wonderful vintage synth sounds. So it can be a great big synth or whatever you want it to be. A couple more sounds and then my part's done here. I'm going to play one called Morning Becomes Electra. All right, so that's Prophet X. And next we're going to have Carson Day come on up and do his eclectic brew. Make some sounds.
Yeah, thanks for coming all out. If you're interested in checking any of the instruments we have up here, we are in Hall W, stall 305. We'd love to see you there. So thanks again for having us. Superbooth, it's been great. Thank you.